How does Revelation chapter 14 begin to wrap up? It wraps up with a declaration, just like Revelation chapter 12. Here is the patience of the saints. This calls for patient endurance, those who keep the commandments and have faith in Jesus and the faith of Jesus. It's two bookends. The Revelation is a book of bookends. Revelation 12, verse 17 says, there will be this group that are faithful to God, holding on to the commandments no matter the cost. And in Revelation 14 and verse 12, it says, yep, they'll be there. Those remnant, those 144,000 that proclaim the three angels to the world. They will be faithful to God, and they will be faithful to following Jesus. And then Revelation chapter 14 concludes with the remaining handful of verses about a harvest that will take place. And where the harvest of God's faithful are now brought in to be a part of his final people in earth's history. It goes back to the prophetic statement. He will have a faithful. He will have a spouse. He will bring it together. He has not forgotten us. He is bringing all of these things together, and it will finalize in a community who is faithful to God no matter the cost. Whoa. The Lamb does defeat the dragon. He beats him not by overpowering him, but by sacrificing himself, and he wins in an unexpected way. You don't have to memorize all of Satan's antics. You just have to focus on the invitation of Jesus. Amen. It goes back. I told you. I don't have to memorize 1,000 women that are not my wife. I just have to memorize the one that is, and then I know the 1,000 that are not. If you know what it is to be faithful to Jesus, you don't have to memorize or even think about what it is to be unfaithful to Jesus. You will know. You will know what it is to be unfaithful to Jesus if you know what it is to be faithful to him. Here are those who keep the commandments of God and have the faith in and of Jesus. If you're holding on to Jesus and being obedient, not to the commandments as a checklist, but as a covenant relationship, worshiping the Creator, then everything else will come as unfaithfulness, and you will know it. You will know it. And Jesus says, I'm going to win this thing. I will have a people. I will have a community on this planet that represent me in the final days of Earth's history and that are ready for me when I come again. I will have them. This last week, here in Loveland, a camper, a little RV, caught fire. A couple of walker joggers on a trail were looking over behind a house, and they noticed there was smoke coming out of this camper. And so they called 911, and the fire department and the police department responded. When the fire was extinguished, the firefighters sadly discovered a body that had been inside the camper. I serve as one of the chaplains for the Loveland Police Department, so the chaplain unit was called out because the family had begun to gather. Part of the family lived inside, and it was their brother that was staying in the camper in their backyard. And the family was distraught because they had just lost a family member. And the sister began to express her concern. She said, are you guys going to find out what happened? Yes, we will. Are you sure? Yes. We couldn't quite understand why her concern was. And then she told the story that he had trouble with the law, and he was poor, and that's why he was staying in a camper in their backyard. And she was afraid that they wouldn't give the same attention to a poor man or one who had broken the law in the past. She said he had trouble with the law in the past, but he was living right now. Are you still going to give him the same attention? One of my colleagues, a chaplain, looked her straight in the face and said, "Ma'am, do you see that detective over there?" "Yes," tears streaming down her face. That detective is one of the very few in the state of Colorado who is considered an expert in arson investigation. She's one of the best. And then he said to her, and I love this line, and she hates unanswered questions. She hates missed opportunities. She will work your brother's case until she knows the answer to every question. She will work his case until everything is solved. She is the best of the best, and she's working your brother's case. Relief flooded over this woman. You could just tell it. You're not going to give up on him just because he was poor. No. You're not going to put it to some junior detective because he would. No. We've got the best of the best. The most respected arson investigator in this state. She's right there. I want to put that picture back up. We've got the best of the best on the case. He will not leave an opportunity missed or a question unanswered. The Lamb of God that takes away the sins of the world, beloved, listen to me. He's on your case, and He will make sure that He has a people that are faithful to Him, that are obedient, that are following Him wherever He goes. He won't give up.